Hey guys, this is Antara from Afternoon Calm. Been a long time. This video is something I had planned to post a long time ago, but some personal issues crept up and I almost forgot about it altogether. So in this video, I'd be setting up my Archer and Olive blackout journal in A5 for 2021. Yes, I wasn't kidding when I said long time ago. When I picked up this blackout notebook, I was feeling quite overwhelmed on how to start, what to use, and all that. So I used the starting pages to make some creative spreads to get the hang of it. So all the people who feel overwhelmed when starting a new notebook or bullet journal or planner, I have compiled some tips to help you ease into your new planners and journal systems. Also, I will walk you through my setup at the end of the video in case you want to take some ideas and inspiration from my journal pages. Anyways, so let's get started. Okay, so let's work out what is overwhelming you and why are you overwhelmed. It can be one of the two things. First, is it because you went down a rabbit hole of watching all the planner, setup videos, and picture perfect, drool worthy spreads that other people have created? And if you have, a fear of messing things up. Or it is point two, because you are overwhelmed by the amount of pages or layouts you have to set up, or you can't seem to decide what you want and don't want in your journal. If it's first, it's because you're being a perfectionist. Yes, and it's nothing to be proud of. Perfectionism will stop you from starting. Perfectionism is a killjoy of adventure. Keep this in mind. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Now, if it's the second, then I would suggest you to take a step back and take an inventory of what all you have and what all you need. For that, first, you have to define your purpose. Defining your purpose. So you have your journal ready. Now what? Go ahead, have a feel of it. What do you need it for? What purpose do you want the notebook to serve for you? Most people get overwhelmed by a new journal, but they forget one thing. You are not a slave to your notebook, but your notebook is just a tool to serve you. It will function the way you want it. It will serve the purpose you set it up for. If you want, you can even brainstorm some ideas on a paper to define your purpose for the journal. Tip number 2. Frequency of use. While determining your purpose, it's also important to determine how often you wish to use it. Maybe you want to make it a bullet journal or a planner you wish to write in it every day. Or you want it to be a travel junk journal which you'd work on after a trip to keep memories and stick ephemeras. I'd suggest that you do this with every planner or notebook that you use. In a memo page, write the purpose and frequency of use for your journal and stick it in the front page of your notebook. This will help you if you fall off your planner routine often or tend to switch notebooks. So, you have defined your purpose. Now what do you need? If it's a junk journal, you might need craft papers and paints and ephemeras that you wish to add in it. If it's a bullet journal, determine what kind of layouts do you wish to add, what kind of decoration do you want. If you wish for it to have decoration, or a simple functional bullet journal is what you need. If it's an art journal, determine what kind of art do you wish to do. What kind of medium do you want to use? Gouache or acrylics, and why you want to do art. Is it for recreation or for improving your art skills? After you have determined all these things, tip number 4, start small. Just because you want to start a black notebook doesn't mean you have to go all gaga buying all kinds of things, color pens, acrylograph pens available around the block. Just start small. That's basically like collect the things that you already have that would work out on black paper. For example, you might already have metallic sparkle pens or white jelly roll pen, etc. Some things that you already have in your collection, pull them all out first. Tip number 5. Things that work on the notebook. Take the last page of your journal and try to swatch all your pens and paints and washi tapes to get an idea of what works and what does not work in it. If we are talking about my experience working with a blackout notebook, the things that worked best are these. You can always stick craft paper or colorful memo pages and paper to add sections. Tip number 6. Start where you are. All this list must have been enough to overwhelm you by now. So, just start where you are. Buy bare minimum supplies that you'll need and start working on your notebook every day or whatever your journal routine is. You can always spice things up by getting new supplies or trying new styles or layouts you found on the internet. But trust me, when you start out, start with whatever knowledge you have, whatever supplies you have, and get going. Looking at other people's notebooks or styles is secondary. It might overwhelm you and lead you to comparison. And yes, comparison is the biggest killjoy for all new adventure. Your notebook is yours only. Do not wish for it to be perfect or beautiful or like someone else on the internet. And if you mess things up, turn over to the next page. Nobody's gonna know. Trust me, nobody's gonna know. Tip number 7. Have fun and do not be a stuck-up. The tips that I have shared in this video are helpful for not only working with a blackout journal, but any notebook you pick up. Life is full of changes, highs and lows, ups and downs. In all of these changes, it might be possible that you forget to fill your notebook, forget about a layout, or are unable to finish an art piece you started working on. All of this is normal. Everyone does this. So be kind and understanding to yourself. When all of this happens, you need to be on your side. Pick up your forgotten notebook again and start anew on the leftover pages and do whatever you want. The most important thing to remember is to keep having fun. If it's not fun anymore, don't force yourself to do it. Maybe use it for a purpose that's more fulfilling, that is more aligned with your changed life, and is considerably more fun to you than it was before. Ending on this note, I hope this video helps some of you to start having fun with your journals. Let me know which tip did you find the most useful and the one that you would like to work on. Also, if you liked this video, don't forget to share it with your friends. And I hope you keep being awesome and take care of yourselves.